In this video, I'm going to show you 3 really cool effects that you can use today to take your GoHighLevel website to the next level. And this on the screen right now is the first effect. As you can see, a section stack effect made with GSAP. So let's hop into the GoHighLevel website builder and start creating this cool effect. So all you need for this effect is a bit of CSS, this one right here, very simple. Pause the video and copy the code, or you can copy it from my Notion doc, link in the description. The tutorial that you are looking for is this one, stacked pin effect, the simple one. Paste the CSS in here, click save, and then you need some custom JavaScript. For this, you just need to create a custom JavaScript element wherever you want. I just created a brand new section and we click on open code, and this is all the code that you need. As you can see, it's a bit of code, but you can again pause the video and copy the code or get it from the tutorial stacked pin effect from my Notion doc. After you paste the code here, again click save, and that's pretty much done with the custom code. Now let's start building the sections. This section right here is just a normal section that I added in order for us to be able to scroll. Doesn't really matter, it has a 700 pixels padding bottom, but again doesn't really matter for our effect. But from the next section is where our effect starts. So this is the first section. As you can see, no margin, no padding, it just has a custom class pin section 1. And inside it, we have this column without a custom class, and this one has 80 pixels margin top and 200 pixels padding top and bottom. Here you can add whatever values you want. You can make this column fill the entire section. Not really important, is just a design preference, right? And by the way, this section has a transparent background color, just, for the effect to look better, but it doesn't really matter if you make this row element take the entire width. Perfect. Next, we have another section. The exact same thing, you just duplicate this initial section 3 times, and this one has pin section 2 with another row inside it, and this one is pin section 3, again with a row element inside it. Very simple. And then of course you can add more sections, doesn't really matter. And the whole effect looks like this. This one is the initial section that we scroll. This one is the second section, so pin section 1, which pins when it hits the top of your screen. As you can see, here is that 80 pixel margin top. And then the next sections start to roll in. This is the pin section 2. As you can see, because it has a transparent background, we don't see that white background over the initial, pin section 1. And then pin section 3 comes on top. And after pin section 3 is over, then we can scroll further and everything goes back to normal. And if you scroll up, the reverse effect happens, as you can see right here. Very simple and very cool. Now let's move on to the next effect, which is a bit more advanced. And this is how the second effect looks. As you can see, the first section pins in place, then it fades out as we scroll to the next section, as you can see right here. Very cool effect. And of course it works the other way around as well. So let's go into the website builder and see what are the differences between these two effects. The sections are identical, you don't need to do anything, keep them as they are. The CSS is the same as the previous effect, but the JavaScript is different. As you can see, it's a bit more complex and a bit larger. As you can see right here. Again, pause the video and copy the code, or if you have my Notion doc, this is the effect. Stacked pin effect plus fade. Again, if you want to get access to my Notion doc with tons and tons of cool GoHighLevel website effects, you can click on the first link in the description. Perfect. You got the code, you added it here, then you click save and save once again here, and then you refresh the preview. And this is how it looks. Perfect. Let's go and check the third effect. Now, this third effect is a bit more complex and it needs a lot more adjustments, so let's start with that. First things first, if you click on a row element, we need to add custom class inner stack section to it. So to this one, to this one, and to this one as well. And then let's remove the margin, and also actually, yeah, we can remove the padding as well, because it has a custom size defined in the custom CSS anyways. So we can remove that, or we can keep it. Doesn't really matter because it doesn't really influence anything. But the margin we have to remove because we want these sections to fill the entire width of the section. Allow rows to take entire width, okay, but we need to check this to 100. This one again 100, and I believe this one again has to be set to 100. Perfect. Now we have 3 full-size row elements. Then all you need to do is go to my Notion doc and copy the CSS and the JavaScript from this tutorial. Stacked pin effect plus 3D flip on scroll. A really cool effect that I'll show you in just a second. Copy the code from here, paste the CSS into the custom CSS, and paste the JavaScript into the custom HTML and JavaScript right here. Then click save. Now, if you refresh the page, this is how it looks. The section pins, and as you can see, it does a 3D rotation plus a fade out in the background behind the next section, as you can see. But unfortunately, you can see the other section behind it because, you know, the opacity changes. So in order to fix that, all you need to do is select the section, obviously if you can, but because you don't have any padding or any margin here, you can't really select the section unless you click here, click on this section here, go to background and let's make it black. Click on the next section, make it black as well, and I believe, yeah, this one is the second section. We made the background black. Now we won't be able to see the previous section when the opacity drops, because the opacity only affects the row element, not the entire section. So let's try to refresh it. And now as you can see, this works like this. Obviously it's nicer with a dark background, but of course try to match, you know, the colors to the rest of your website. This section pins, and it does a 3D rotation in the background, right behind the next section that comes and pins in its place. Really, really cool effect. And then obviously we continue to scroll normally on our website after we finish all the sections. And of course, in my Notion doc, the tutorial helps you add unlimited such sections, right? So this effect is not limited to only 3 sections, so you can add 4, 5, 6 sections if you want with the same effect. And this applies as well to the other 2 effects that I presented to you earlier. And that's pretty much it. Again, if you want to get access to my Notion doc and to all these effects that I presented in this video, plus all the other effects from this Notion doc that will really take your GoHighLevel website to the next level, check out the first link in the description. And if you're curious to see how I create expensive looking GoHighLevel websites very fast, then check out this video.